Hi guys, Andreas Sonic Mainliner here with another vinyl finds video. I haven't decided on the name because going to be a bit of a mix. So you may have seen my previous video, which is like not related to, well, it is related to records, but it's not about buying records, it's about buying equipment. And if you have seen that, then you probably know that I have bought a new cartridge. So I have been playing some stuff to, see how they sound. And I thought, why not share that with you guys? And also, I'm going to be sharing with you some records that I bought when I went back in Greece. That was like a few days back. And I will not start the same conversation I always say whenever I go back to Greece. I'm always like, bloody hell, the record shops there are amazing, because they are. I mean, yes, they are amazing. They're just hands down. Yeah, definitely. If you ever visit Athens, let me know and I can just point you to a few places and you can let me know afterwards. I mean, you'll be visiting anyway, so why not spend some money, yeah? So, first of all, this is what I was playing like a few minutes ago, actually. And this is a fairly recent purchase, Al-Basim. Al-Basim, yeah, that's the guy. Revival. So this is a reissue copy of a private press from God knows when, 1979. Oh yeah, 1979. I don't know if this is like an official one or if it's a bootleg or whatever. It looks fine to me, plays really well. And originals of these go for like silly money, like, there's one, I've put this on my want list on Discogs, and it always comes up. It's like, oh yeah, a rare find, $499. Thank you very much. Anyway, I got this for a very reasonable price to use, and it is prog rock, really. It's like it's a bit of a it's a really weird one. It's really funny because I knew that I wanted this at some point because I had checked it out or whatever, and but I hadn't heard it in ages. So I bought the album and I took it home and I put it on the record on the turntable and I put the needle on. And the first 10 seconds I was like, "Fuck! What the hell did I buy now?" But it immediately redeemed itself, and it's a very good album. Yeah, I mean, it was reissued. I think this reissue came out like this year or last year or something like that. Maybe you can find copies. Just check this guy out, Al-Basim Revival. Really good, really good. Now on to the albums that I put on just to hear them and see how they sound. A very good album to test your hi-fi and impress people, I guess, is this one. More specifically, the album Two Weeks. The album, the song 2 Weeks. It's spectacular. It's just sounds amazing, and it's a very well recorded song. So even on mediocre systems, it sounds impressive, and in a good system, it sounds even better. Yeah, it's has like a lot of play of stereo sound with voice and loud bursts and like very low frequencies and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it sounds really good. Oh, by the way, I'm very happy with my cartridge. Yeah. And then the other one that I played is this one, Del Rey, which is one of my favorites from last year. And I said that, unashamedly, I really like this album and I really do like it. And one of the reasons why I played it is because of the way that it's recorded. It has this kind of depth and it sounds like, far away, but there is still a lot of focus on the voice. Yet at the same time, because the production is very hip-hop-like, it has this sort of unbelievable amount of electronically induced bass. The low frequencies are so cranked up, and it's really hard to play properly. I mean, in my room, there's like if I crank it really high up, there's like the whole place rumbles really. Yeah, and it's just an artifact of it being basically a hip hop production rather than pop production or whatever. So, but yeah, still it sounds really good, and I really like Lana's voice, and yeah, voice is something that I really do focus on when it comes to music. Good news about, well, for me anyway, is that good news for me is that also the new setup, the new phono setup, also does a really good job controlling low frequencies. It doesn't just like expand to like to incoherent rumble. There is a lot of control, and it is a really good test album for you guys. I mean, yeah, if you don't get that like low frequency burst in from this album, then maybe your speakers aren't going that low, perhaps. Some other stuff that I've taken out to listen to. Riley Walker. Yeah, Primrose Green came out when did this come out? 2015. Wow, my God, it's almost 4 years now. It's unbelievable. This is a Roger Coleman recommendation, and a lot of people picked this one up. I think that his follow-up wasn't that good. Riley Walker's second album wasn't that good, but yeah, this is brilliant. This is fantastic, and I really like acoustic stuff. I wanted to get to listen to some what's his name? I will remember, but yeah, I didn't. Anyway, more acoustic stuff. Midlake, Courage of Others. This is a fantastic album from 2009. You feel old. It's unbelievable. It's like, bloody hell, I thought that I bought this yesterday. No, I haven't. So yeah, Midlake. This is their second album, I think. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, fantastic acoustic, sort of slightly psychedelic, very pastoral kind of stuff. Brilliant album. Fantastic. I've listened to the Cocteau Twins, Victorialand. This is their third? Not very sure. Not very sure about when it came out, but yeah, this is a brilliant piece of later Cocteau Twins, because I also listened to. Do I have it here? Oh yeah, I have it here. I've listened to this Cocteau Twins, which sounds completely different to this Cocteau Twins. Now, this Cocteau Twins is more post-punk than the dream pop of Victorialand. Equally brilliant, but completely different. So a lot of people, whenever I read about the Cocteau Twins, nobody sort of mentioned this album as much. It's like, yeah, they had the first album and then everything else, because the sound changed so much. It's like Dead Can Dance. Dead Can Dance first record sounds nothing like what they did afterwards. Pretty much the same thing here. And this is a brilliant example of a good post-punk album. Pretty much the same thing with Dead Can Dance. Why not? I'll carry on with this bunch of records here. As I said, I focus a lot on the voice, and this is a really good album to check, the fidelity of your system when it comes to voices. It's a brilliant album as well. Agnes Obel, Citizen of Glass. Check out Familiar. Fantastic song, but overall, really, really good album. She's made quite a few of them, and all of them, I've checked them out, I've streamed them. They're really good, sort of neo, I don't know, there's elements of pop here. There's elements of classical music, I guess. There's elements of all sorts of things sort of blended together and making this kind of modern music. I have no idea. I don't know how to categorize it. Sorry. Yeah. Tom Waits, Heart Attack and Wine. Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely classic and a really good album to test because it has a lot of. It sounds very lively, and I know Tom Waits again. You know, it has the voice. You know, you check the voice, and you know Tom Waits' voice is quite prominent. Another good album to test. You know, if you want to see, you know, how mid-range performs really is Tom Waits. Oh god damn it! Which one is that? Black cover with that weird thing, but that I have that back in Athens. I don't have it here on vinyl. I have files for it. I can't remember the name now. Bloody hell. Anyway, really good album. Classic, yeah, absolutely classic, and it's quite a complex and interesting record. It doesn't sound very. It sounds very clean. It sounds very clean. And I also listened to. I don't have it in the pile here, but I've listened to Porcupine Tree, and that is a very good album to see how, you know. It's almost like a test recording, the Porcupine Tree one, because it's very clean. I mean, you know, that lack of humor and like very sort of taking myself too seriously that that Wilson guy does, sort of translates into the way that he works with, you know, his music and his studio work, and everything is very precise, almost clinical to a certain degree. And you know, some people might be put off by it. Some people really like it. I'm sort of on the fence about it, but yeah. Anyway, I'm talking about Porcupine Tree and I'm showing King Crimson. Yeah, this is a fantastic album. Doesn't need any introductions, and yeah, it's a very well recorded album. By the way, I didn't put this on to test anything. I just put it on because I really like it and because I was on that section of my collection where it has 60s. I, you know, picked this up and I was like, yeah, why not? I'll listen to it. And it sounds really good as well. Oh yeah, there it is. Porcupine Tree. As I was, I didn't remember having it. I thought I put it back. Yeah, this is, which one is this? The Sky Moves Sideways, I think. Yeah, Sky Moves Sideways. Yeah, so yeah, brilliantly produced, I guess. Just pinpoint perfect production, like completely clinical almost. You know, some people might like it, some people not so much. Very well produced album. I have the 45 version as well. I always play this one though. I don't know. Yeah. Sad things. You know, it's like, you know, growing up, you get the shrink, you know, all that kind of stuff. You know me. Anyway, really well produced album and very meticulous, very completely different to what the Porcupine Tree does. Tom, what's his name? Wilson something. Doesn't matter. It is much more organic, and there's a lot of things happening. There's a lot of layers, and it's very interesting to listen to. So yeah, and African Songbird by B. Benjamin. Yes, B. Benjamin, which contains the song Africa, which is an epic 18-minute. I don't know how long this song goes for. Doesn't have the time on it. Anyway, one side is just one song, basically. It's Africa, and it's just epic, spiritual jazz song, and sounds very organic. Her voice is amazing, and you know, it's a perfect record to test the new cartridge with. Some more albums here that I've tested. This is actually the first one I put on. It's Woven Hand. This is the Woven Hand. This is their first album, I think. Anyway, this is the first album. It doesn't sound like the albums that they did afterwards. It is Americana. It's more like, you know, if an Americana version of Nick Cave, I would say. The later stuff that they did, I wasn't very much into them. I know that he was in I cannot remember right now the previous band. Again, I haven't been able to get into that band, but this record has been one of my sort of go-to albums in the last 3 years since I've discovered it. And it's not very well recorded, but it's very dense. It's very densely recorded. It has a lot of instruments that are acoustic instruments. It has viola in here, and it has acoustic guitars, a lot of voices, choruses, and things like that. And it is very dense, and it's very hard to discern what's going on. Also, the first, when it was initially released, it was on CD. This is the first vinyl pressing that came many years later. This came out, 2015. This is a 2015 press, and the original was 2002, and it was released by a Spanish label called Bang Records. So I don't know if the transfer is very good. I don't know, because it sounds a little bit muddled, but the music is amazing. I mean, just check out My Russia. It's fantastic, but it's like start to finish is amazing. And also it has a very good and they do a cover of Ain't No Sunshine, which is actually works really well. It's a very good album, highly recommended. And after I did my my cartridge video, I was really pissed off, so I put something on to relax a little bit, and I chose this one, Françoise Hardy, Comment te dire adieu. And I think that this is are most of these songs covers? I'm not entirely sure. I cannot remember. But anyway, this is not exactly chanson. It's like more like, you know, pop record from the time, and it's lovely. It's lovely. It's one of the best ones. I really like this one, and I like from Françoise Hardy. I cannot remember. Yeah, it's the day that I cannot remember most things that I want to say. Nick Drake. Oh yeah, now I remembered. Going back to what I was saying earlier, I wanted to pick out Nick Drake, but it just hasn't happened yet. Anyway, doesn't matter. Very good album. Very, 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 very good album. I want one more. Not all of her albums sort of do it for me because I've streamed them, but this one definitely did. And look at this cover. I mean, this is amazing. And the other one is from the 70s. This is 1968 or something. It's from the 60s. This is 60s, but it doesn't say. I think this is from the 60s. The one that she made in the 70s, and it has a black and white cover picture of her, but it's black and white, and she looks older. It's very good as well, so I want to get that one. And that's 19 minutes of me showing some albums. Is there anything else? Probably there is, but I think that I've shown enough. Anyway, so some new stuff, some old stuff, some... Oh yeah, hang on. New stuff. I didn't show the new stuff. So one of the records that I bought when I was in Greece, and this goes back to another video that I did. I was saying that, oh yeah, I'm getting old, and you know, I'm listening to stuff that I wouldn't really enjoy. And I showed the Halas record. I can, yeah, there, but never mind. And I mentioned another one, and I said that I couldn't find it on vinyl. And in Greece I found it, and it's this one. It's the Church of the Cosmic Skull, and Is Satan Real? And look at this. Look at these guys. Look at them. This is a 70s as fuck, really. It doesn't get any more 70s than this, right? And it sounds 70s, and it also is really well recorded, and it was a surprise because I put it on, and it is very, very well made, very well made. So yeah, 70s AOR, yeah, AOR, prog, bit of Sabbath, a bit of really everything. It's like, you know, it is cheesy, but it is not that cheesy. It's the kind of thing that I would recoil in horror 10 years ago, but right now I can embrace it. It's like the hippie shit that Aaron is talking about. It's like, you know, this is the kind of stuff that, you know, I would like spit on it if I saw it. But now I'm actually buying it, and I'm actually enjoying it. And you should check this one out too. It's very good, very good. Highly recommended. Anyway, that's it. 21 minutes. Yay! Done. New records, old records, now playing hodgepodge of pretty much everything. So, yeah, as per usual, you know, you can like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, subscribe for more videos like this. And yeah, we'll be seeing you around, guys.